How are we doing, guys? Leeds TV, Leeds 2, Derby 0, and what a fucking performance that was. What a win that is. I mean, it's once again, we've stepped up at the key moments. We've just stepped up today. We've come into this game, 3 defeats on the bounce. We needed a big performance, not just a big result, a big performance to really send a message out to the rest of the title contenders this season. And my word, have we done that today. We've been absolutely superb today. Or tonight, rather. I mean, what a performance. I'm gutted I couldn't get to the game today. I sometimes struggle with midweekers, night games, getting to and from Leeds. I wasn't able to get there tonight, but oh my word, I just wish I was there tonight. It's just absolutely unbelievable. I'm sure Conor and Joe, who were both there tonight, will tell you what an atmosphere that was. I mean, it really did translate on TV. It's just absolutely unbelievable. I think it's the first home game I missed all season. I'm absolutely gutted. But what a performance. I mean, what a win that is. It's pretty much a mirror image of the second game of the season, first away game of the season at Derby, the 4-1 win. Maybe not quite as clinical tonight as we were in that game, but I thought the performance was just as good. I thought from minute 1 to minute 90 we were dominant. Just to go through the team first of all. So there was a lot of talk about the 4-2-3-1 and are we going to switch to a 4-2-3-1? Marcelo Bielsa talked a lot about a number 10 and that lot, but for me, it still seems to be 4-1-4-1. The system that suited us so well this season, the system that's got us to where we are on the table, and I'm glad Marcelo Bielsa stuck with it today. It certainly looked like a 4-1-4-1. We had Bailey Peacock-Farrell in goal, Luke Ayden, Pontus Jansson, Liam Cooper, who came back into the team tonight. Massive boost. Left back, Gianni Alioski went to left back, a position everyone said he could play. Holding midfield, Adam Forshaw. Right hand side, Jack Clark. In the middle of the park, Matthias Klick, Pablo Hernandez. And on the left was Jack Harrison. Through the middle, Kemal Roof. And my words, what a performance. I mean, from the first minute, we looked dominant. Andre Wisdom's on the ball. Gianni Alioski pressed him, wins the ball back. And, he should have a penalty there. Look, we didn't get the decision. It's one of those things. We probably should have had a penalty. We didn't get it. We carried on. But we didn't feel sorry for ourselves. We kept going. I thought that could have been a real blow. Having a big opportunity in the first minute or so. We didn't get the penalty, but eight in the 8th or 9th minute, Pablo Hernandez swings in the corner. Just misses Pontus Jansson. It's a big chance for Liam Cooper. Unfortunately, it's just behind him. Just goes over the bar. And again, you look at that and you think, wow, we could be 2 up here. We've had 2 real clear chances. But unfortunately, we just keep going. We just don't let ourselves drop. So many times Leeds teams would start games strongly and the heads would drop. They think, it's not going to happen for us today. But this team just never, ever, ever, ever gives in. I know we've lost the last couple of games. Other than QPR, I've got to say we've played well. We've still played well. We still keep going. We went down to 10 minutes for Nottingham Forest. We've got ourselves 2-1 up. Okay, we lost the game, but we kept on going. The belief in this team is unbelievable. And the style of football is just something else. And then we do finally get the breakthrough. I mean, the way we were dominating that midfield, the way we were pressing high up the pitch, 1 touch, 2 touch, everything we saw from the start of the season, we saw at Villa. We've been winning games, but we've not quite seen us as emphatic as this. But tonight, what an emphatic performance it was, as well as a win. I think probably we could have won the game by more than 2 goals, being honest. We get the goal. Pablo Hernandez corner, misses a couple of people, it's cleared. Jack Clark, touch, good touch, straight out of his feet. He's there, he's taking on Craig Bryson. It's just absolutely brilliant. He just ghosts past Craig Bryson, and the ball in is what makes it. It's all about, we talk a lot about the skill of a winger, but it's all about end products, and Jack Clark is showing so much end products. I've lost count of how many chances Jack Clark created tonight. So just brilliant. And I still think he's more suited in terms of goal scoring on the left hand side, but you can really see why Marcelo Bielsa uses on that right. Get himself to the byline, cutting the ball in, to the front post, or try and just get the ball in the air and try and get a head on it or something. But the first goal just goes past Craig Bryson and straight into Kemal Roof, and as a great finish off Kemal Roof. It's 1 touch, he's in front of his marker, and Kemal Roof started the game so well. He really set the tempo tonight. I'm not necessarily saying he was man of the match, but he set that tempo tonight, not just for the goal. He really showed that Keogh and Tomori, they were in for a game tonight from the first minute. He was pressing them, he was getting in front of them, he was battling, he was sort of maybe the dirtier side of the game. He was doing that, but it was a proper centre-forwards performance, and it's just what Kemal Roof's done all season. It was absolutely superb. So that's the first goal. It's a fantastic goal off ourselves. And I just have to say, throughout that first half, I thought we were absolutely brilliant. And then the second half, we were probably even better. It's just the way we were pressing the ball. I think it went a little bit quiet, after we got the first goal. The rest of the first half, I can't really think of anything major in terms of chances. I'm just looking at my notes down here. The only real chance I can sort of think of, I suppose it did go to Derby. It was sort of out of the blue, really. It was probably Derby's first attack. Look, Derby are a superb team. They've got some absolutely superb individual talents, as I went through on the preview. They have got some real talent. We've kept most of it quiet. I think we've probably kept them more quiet tonight. I think the only one who really threatened at times was Tom Lawrence. He had a couple of runs in the first half, but we really did keep it really tight at the back as well. That's another big thing as well. The clean sheet. We looked organised at the back. Liam Cooper, a captain's performance, I thought it was just superb, but the leadership, and it's just, the way he's improved is just absolutely incredible. And to be honest with you, Liam Cooper is quickly becoming one of my favourite Leeds players. He's faultless. Absolutely everything he does not make mistakes. I love Pontus Jansson, but alongside Pontus Jansson, a perfect partner is someone like Liam Cooper who can just sweep up. If Pontus misses something, Liam Cooper's the ever reliable person there. Maybe he's not necessarily as technically gifted as Pontus Jansson, but he's so reliable. And maybe we never really saw this off Liam Cooper before this season, but now he's just so reliable. I can't really think of a mistake he's made all season. And I think he's probably the most trustworthy part of this team. I think probably the most consistent part of this team is just performance after performance after performance. He's been out for two and a half months, and he comes in and he just puts in a performance like that. But the chance for Derby, it breaks quite fortunately to Mason Mount. Mason Mount's on his left foot, but he's got a decent chance here. He's in a decent position. But Luke Ayling, who I thought was a lot better tonight. I think he looked a lot fresher. I know he played QPR, but I think he's getting that match fitness back. Superb block. I thought, particularly in the first half, I thought Luke Ayling was very good. Brilliant block. And, that's pretty much it for the first half, but I still felt we were in control. That midfield really dominated the game. I thought Adam Forshaw, I'm going to go on to Adam Forshaw, but oh my word, what performance of Adam Forshaw tonight. I mean, wow, it's probably even worse for that. You probably won't get much praise, Adam Forshaw, tonight. It probably will be the Jack Clark show, but for me, Adam Forshaw, I'm going to go on and I think unbelievable today. Second half, Derby make a change, go to two up front. David Nugent comes on. I think it's the first time Derby have really done that all season, so it shows how much they felt Jack Marriot was getting isolated and how well we were doing off the ball. And when the ball did sort of when Derby did break our press, the defence was there to snuff out the danger, and it showed. Derby really changed their philosophy. They went two up front and went a bit more direct. I think they felt it was the only way they were really going to break us down. Second half, I can't think of Derby breaking us down at all. I don't think it really caused any problems. Marcelo Bielsa looked at it, he let it develop for about 10 minutes and thought, right, okay, we get ourselves the early goal, but we change straight to a back three. It doesn't matter that we're two up. This is still Marcelo Bielsa's philosophy. Always have one extra centre back and the other team has striker, and he doesn't get affected by the emotions of the game being two up. He never gets affected by that. You look at Aston Villa earlier in the season. He's seen it all before. He's seen every aspect of football Marcelo Bielsa's seeing, and it really does show. A lot gets made about experienced managers, but you can't beat a bit of experience at times like that. And he's thought, look, we're two up, we're playing really well, but we still need to have that extra centre back, just completely remove the risk, of Derby getting that goal back. But obviously, I'm just going to go on to the second goal. I mean, maybe you could say we got a little bit lucky, but it's a brilliant cross off Jack Clark. It's a really dangerous cross. There's not much Scott Carson can do about that. Obviously, Scott Carson probably feel he could have done better, but the only real other option he had was tip it over the bar. I certainly don't think it was an easy cross to deal with. It's a really, I don't think it's pretty undefendable, really, that cross. I think really the only real option Scott Carson had was to concede a corner. Alioski reads it brilliantly, and he gets that ball. Maybe it's a little bit lucky how he gets to Jack Harrison, but it was a great run of Alioski and great movement off Jack Harrison. Maybe it's an open goal, you might say that, but it was a great bit of movement off Jack Harrison as well, who I thought quite possibly had one of his best games in the Leeds shirt. I thought Jack Harrison was very impressive tonight, and Gianni Alioski looked so comfortable at left back. We get that second goal, and throughout after that, we had chances to get the third goal. Unfortunately, we couldn't quite get that third goal, but we just felt, I say unfortunately, but we were so comfortable, weren't we? We were just so comfortable, and it's so pleasing to see. In the big games, we really have done it this season. Stoke start the season, Derby, Norwich, Villa. Got a bit of a cough as well, and then of course Derby again tonight. Big performances in the big games, and that's what you need. Any promotion winning teams needs that. You only have to go back to Wolves last season. They thrived in the big games, and that's what we're doing at the minute, and that's what trying to stop coughing now. That's what I feel gives us that extra edge at the minute. What really impresses me. Obviously we've got to still, every game is different in the Championship, but I still think this team suits more. Trying to stop coughing. Suits more of the big games. Where games are a little bit more open, and we can expose the spaces. Derby were always going to try and play against us tonight. They were always going to try and open us up. They weren't going to come here to sit back, and I think that suits us. We get that early goal. Derby have to push forward, and we can expose those spaces in behind. It was just so impressive tonight. I'm just so proud of the performance. Even when we went 2 up, we never ever got overconfident. We weren't trying to be flashy in that look. It was all about end product. It was all about, can we get that third goal? Can we counter him? We let Derby have a little bit more of the ball, but our counter attacks were superb. We were getting into some really good positions. We just couldn't quite finish him off, because I just felt we deserved the third goal today. But yeah, it was good performance. James Shackleton comes on, Leif Davis comes on. I try and think who else came on. I think it was just James Shackleton and Leif Davis. Just looking at my notes there, I think it was just those two, and I thought they both did really well. But yeah, it's just superb. It's just a superb performance. And probably, I'd make a case for it probably being our best home performance of the season. It's just absolutely superb. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to go to man of the match. 2 big contenders for me: Jack Clarke or Adam Forshaw. Adam Forshaw for me. Jack Clarke made everything happen, but the brains behind the operation today for me was Adam Forshaw. He just controlled that midfield, and I thought first half especially, lost count of how many interceptions, challenges, perfect holding midfielders performance, and what professionalism that is of Adam Forshaw. He's had a really poor run of form recently. He's been getting stick off fans. Everyone's questioning Adam Forshaw over the last couple of weeks, but to come back with a performance like that, he held his hand up. He said, "I'm being poor." Absolutely fair play to him, and he backed up those words. He came in and he just looked up for it from the first minute. Adam Forshaw, just an absolutely superb performance off him, and he's the reason I think we dominated the game so much. Every time we lost the ball, he was there to counter press. As I said in the preview, the counter pressing was key, but he really did. If it was high up the pitch, low up the pitch, deeper, down the pitch, he was there. His positioning was absolutely superb throughout the game. It's perfect. And in possession of the ball, he was even better. Crossfield passing, through balls, just trying to create as well. He was just such an impressive performance of Adam Forshaw. But Jack Clarke as well was absolutely superb. A sensational performance of Jack Clarke. The 2 goals pretty much come from Jack Clarke's awareness, and it's just an amazing performance. I think still got this absolutely massive coughing fit at the minute, so it's not ideal for this review even. But wow, what a performance that was tonight, and I think we're going to leave it there. I'm going to stop rambling. Make sure you check out Conor's review of the game and Joe's review of the game. They're just heading back off from the game now. Hopefully they might get a preview out tonight, or especially tomorrow morning. I'm sure they're going to have plenty to say as well. I've been Oscar Marriott. I'm going to stop rambling, and we'll see you later. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. See you later.